gals, welcome to this week's pre-foreclosure daily grinds tip of the week. Chris the Drummer Bowles, Bob LaChance. I don't know if you guys see Chris's leg, but 2 weeks ago when Sean the truck driver Wilder was on, Chris dropped a car on his leg and he kind of ripped his leg up pretty bad. So
tore it up pretty good, man, down to the bone.
That's what he gets for getting out of the office on vacation and not doing lost mint and fixing cars.
Right, I don't get to get a vacation, no big deal.
Now he's messed up. But anyway, we have a good daily grind this week. We're actually going to go over loan mods with Litton Loan.
Yeah.
And also, that particular deal was an 80-20, and they sent off the other 20 to a debt collector, which we'll break into in a minute. And also Chase on some little things that they've been doing lately with our last 4 or 5 short sales, and we'll get into that in reference to the status that they put them into. So let's talk about, which one do you want to talk about first, Chris?
I don't know, we could knock off the Chase deal real quick.
Let's knock off the Chase one.
So basically, one thing for any of you getting new Chase short sales, what I recommend doing is send in your authorization. Once you have that on file, and upon calling to make sure it's on file, ask the rep that you're speaking to in the loss mitigation department if the file is under a loan modification, an active loan modification. The reason is because what Chase is kind of doing now, or what they're doing now, is that as soon as a homeowner goes into default, they're automatically dropping the file into a template, basically setting the file up to be reviewed for a loan modification. So what has to happen is the seller is going to have to fax in a letter. It doesn't have to be anything long, just basically stating that they want to decline the loan mod, they do not want to do a loan mod, and they instead want to do a short sale.
Yeah, just so you're clear, this is what they just put them in. It has nothing to do with up front them requesting a loan modification. Right. Nothing to do with that. It has to do with the status that they put them in right away. So make sure you pick up the phone, like Chris said, call and say, hey, my client's not doing a loan mod, we're doing a short sale.
Right, but the seller will still have to send that letter in, because what happens is that letter goes over to a supervisor, and actually it's a supervisor that has to take it out of the loan mod template. So
another step that we have to take dealing with Chase, but hey, it's part of the game, and that's a new tip right there.
Right.
Mm-hmm. And a deal we're actually working on, one of the deals, it was Shirley. I'll just say her first name, Shirley. Great lady. She was in an active loan mod. They kicked her out of loan mod, and they set an actual law day right away. It's actually pretty interesting. The law day was supposed to be in, I think, it was actually supposed to pass. She actually went to court, and this is one on one of our other videos on how to get an extension. She actually went to court, presented in front of a judge to get an extension, and she got a 6-month extension. Pretty cool. So if you guys want to get an extension, great thing to do is file an appearance at court. Okay, we're in Connecticut, so we're a judicial state, so we could do this. File an appearance at court. File a motion to extend the sale date or the law day in this case, and you'll be presenting this in front of a judge and request the extension. It's been pretty good lately because judges, like we said before, are not too keen or not too happy with banks. So that's a good little tip right there. So you want to go on to the other one?
Sure. This one's basically, as Bob said, it's a loan modification that we're doing. The seller it was an 80-20, both loans obviously with Litton originally. The second one got sent off to a debt collector named LCS Financial. And with this one, just wanted to talk about kind of, how to approach a loan mod situation when you have 2 mortgages, and especially when they're with different lenders. And with this one, what you'll typically find is when you go to the first mortgage, you'll have the options to do like a forbearance or a repayment plan or a loan modification. And in this case, what Litton is doing is they're currently, the management in their loss mint department is reviewing her file for a custom loan modification.
And they're different with every lender too. So
right.
just so you guys know, but within Litton, they customize them. So
based on the seller situation.
Yep.
So based on where they're at with their income and their expenses and so on and so forth.
So they'll put them in the modification that they perceive is the best that actually benefits Litton.
Right.
So not them, the homeowner. So
something that the seller can do, but it's obviously going to benefit Litton as well. We all know that.
Exactly. So that's a good tip there too.
Yeah. Now with the second, the options will differ a little bit.
This is a debt collector too, right?
Right.
They bought it. Okay.
The options are going to differ a little bit here. They've offered, in speaking with a loss mitigator in their department there, what he basically said was, we've got a couple options we can do with it. One of which is we can kind of do a repayment plan as well, where the seller would have to take 30 to 50% of the arrearage, pay that as a down payment, and then spread the rest over. And he was saying that the furthest he can go out with it is 6 months.
So
now,
they spread the rest out for 6 months. So if it's $10,000, they owe $5,000 up front per se,
right,
and then spread the next $5,000 out over 6 months.
Right. Now this is
not too affordable for a lot of people.
Right. Now keep in mind, this is LCS. This is this particular file, so could differ. The other option that he gave me was to offer to do a settlement, where basically they would look at the total debt that's owed, and they would make an offer to settle it, so that basically if the seller was miraculously able to pay it, that they could just they would settle it. They'd say, all right, we're good, we're locking this, we're throwing this thing away, it's off title, you don't have to worry about us ever
So
again.
look for that being about, obviously, anywhere from 60 to 100% as a settlement, because they'll accept, pretty nice guys, they'll accept 50% as a down payment.
Yeah, we'll settle it for you, but again, we're going to make it worth our while.
Yeah, so just know if you're going to be dealing with a debt collector on any sort of repayment plan or loan mod, it's going to be challenging. Just know that right up front.
Mm-hmm.
So, and make sure you tell your seller that right up front. That's the facts.
Yeah, what he did say was, he said, obviously, we'll collect a financial worksheet, to evaluate their income and their expenses. Similar to Litton, we're going to look and see what they can do.
Don't count on it.
But don't count on anything overly favorable for your seller.
Cool. Well, anyway, anyone who checked out our webinar last week on Prop Tracker, that's our online real estate management tool. Awesome call, awesome webinar, training webinar, great case study. Anyway, check out Prop Tracker's online real estate management tool. Check out all of our other videos on the site. Fantastic. Anyway, Chris the Drummer Bowles, Bob LaChance getting back to it this week's pre-foreclosure daily grind tip of the week.
Somebody wake me up. Somebody wake me up, yeah. Somebody please wake me up. Whatever happened to the butterflies? Whatever happened to the summer